Right, some people have been asking me about the division method that we have been using in Year 4. And some people are even asking whether or not we are doing chunking. Well, what we've learnt so far in Year 4 is the pre-chunking method, where we're still using our known multiplication facts in order to help us solve the division calculations. It's just a little bit more visual for the children at this point. So, first thing you need to do is you need to draw out your hundreds, tens and ones chart. And we write our calculation at the top. So we've got 365 divided by 5. And because I'm dividing by 5, I need to separate my grid into 5 equal parts. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, which makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So in division, we always start at the hundreds, okay, the biggest part of the number, and I've got 3. So I have to say I need to separate that 3 or share that 3 into the 5 rows. That's not possible for everyone to have an equal part. So I need to put those 3 down here, those 3 hundreds, and I need to exchange them for tens. So now I've got 36 tens. Now I separate 36 tens into the 5 columns. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way up until 36. Now, what we started to teach the children was you can also look at that 36 and you can say, what known fact do I have for 36 tens and our 5 times table? We know that 36 is not in the 5 times table, but 35 is very close to 36. 35 is in our 5 times table. So what we say to ourselves is, what times 5 equals 35? And I know that answer is 7. With that knowledge, I know that I'm going to have 7 in each of my rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, but that only took me up to 35. I have 36 tens that I'm working with right now, which means I've got 1 10 left over. So again, I put it down the bottom. I now need to exchange that 1 10 for a ones, because I can't share that 1 10 equally as a 10. I need to convert it into ones. That means I've got 10 ones, and I've got the 5 ones up here. That means in total I've now got 15 ones to share out into the 5 groups. Now again, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up until 15. Or I can also say to myself, hang on, 15, I know 15 is in the 5 times table. So I say to myself, what times 5 equals 15? And I know 3 times 5 is 15, so I know that there's going to be 3 in each of these rows. The last step then, as I've shared out all of them, I don't have any remainders because 3 times 5 is exactly 15, and I had 15 ones. I then have a look at one of these rows, give it a circle, my top one, and that gives me the answer because I have now shared out 365 into 5 equal groups. And I can see that I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens, and I've got 1, 2, 3 ones. So my answer is 73. That is the method that we have worked on so far in Year 4.